So, hey guys, Bats here, back at it again with another storytime video. So, today we're talking about a very recent story. Actually, this story literally just happened this Tuesday, and if you read the title, you already know what the fuck's going on. I took 3.5 milligrams of Xanax and basically blacked the fuck out. I mean, I remember bits and pieces of this, and I've heard some things from friends, and as well as the kid that took these, Xans with me, I heard what happened to this kid, and yeah, basically, this is just a fucking dank-ass story, so, yeah. This might turn into a series of just, Crackhead Chronicles, because basically, for the past, couple months, I've just been getting super fucked up every single day non-stop, so I could do a whole series on all this shit. So, yeah, let's just get right into this, boys. So, basically, this day starts, right? I got, $40, and I was gonna, I had plans to get some fucking, something to get fucked up, because we just ran out of kush and all that shit, because we smoked, a whole ounce the weekend before, and that's a whole nother story that I'll talk about another day. So, we were out of shit, and I was like, alright, no one brings shit, kush to school to sell, so I was like, okay, what does everyone else, what do people have? And this kid who we're gonna call, what are we gonna call him? We're gonna call him Daniel. Alright, so Daniel, he's got some hulks, the green 3 milligram Xanax, right? So, at the fucking not lunch break, after my second period class, we have this weird schedule where it's basically on Mondays and shit, it's period 1 through 3 and 5. And then on Tuesdays and all that other shit, it's 2, 4, 6, right? So, yeah, after my second period, or my first period of that day, because it was a Tuesday, I go with this kid, we go into the bathroom, and he sells me this shit, and I'm like, alright, nice, bet. And, because he wanted to keep his little bag, I had to put it in some fucking tinfoil, because I didn't bring a bag. And I go to my homeroom. And our homeroom's really short, but, it works, and we all sit in this middle table, and we just talk about how we're gonna get fucked up that day, right? So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, no, hold up, we should take them at lunch, we should wait, and this kid's like, nah, we should take them now, because they last a long time, and I was like, yeah, you're right, because he'd already gotten caught before, and he didn't want to get caught, he didn't want to still be fucked up when he went home. I mean, he still was anyway, but, he tried. So we took half of one there, in that fucking, in homeroom, which was 1.5 milligrams of Xanax, which, we were already getting pretty fucked. So by the time we left that class, we were already pretty wavy, legs were spaghetti, everything was going fine. And we had the next class together, me and this kid, right? So we go to this next class, we sit down, we're chilling, right? We sit, really close to each other. And we're chilling after the teacher, stops explaining. I go over, because we're not, right next to each other, but we're, close. So I go over to him, sit down next to him, and he's like, all right, let's take another half. And I was like, are you sure, buddy? I don't think this is a good idea. And he's like, just fucking do it. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. So we take another fucking half, and we're just fucking zooming by then. And then I just don't remember the rest of that period. And it was probably boring anyway, because I was probably just fucking face down on my desk, drooling all over my fucking self, looking like a dumbass, but, still. And then I remember getting up, the bell ringing for lunch, we leave, we meet up with this other kid that we're gonna call fucking, what are we gonna call this kid, we're gonna call this kid, you know what? Fuck it. We're not going to give this kid a name because I can't think of a good name for this kid. But basically, we're chilling with this kid, because we just he's like a friend of a friend. And we were just chilling with this kid. He was like, yo, let me get a half of that Xan. And, we're nice kids. We're nice druggies. So we gave him a half. And then we decided to take another half. So now we're at 3.5. And this is where we stopped taking him because we were fucking out. And so then we're done with that, we go back to school, I sit down in my 6th period, and I just immediately, head down, face plant, I'm done, that's it. And I remember the teacher, she called on me, right, and the whole class is screaming my name, and, the kids next to me are poking me and shit, and I look up, I'm like, oh, yo, what's up, what's going on, and she asked me the question again, I'm like, 1? And she's like, yeah, that's right. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back to my nap. And she's like, no, don't go. And then I was done. Just fucking fell asleep again. That was it. And then I black out again because I fucking passed out. And then I remember getting up, leaving this class, and, like, walking home. So basically, the route that I walk home through, like, I go through this fucking, like, this park, basically. And there's, like, this road that goes through this park that, kind of just cuts right through to, like, really close to where I live. And I was going here, and I was, like, halfway down this road, and I just went off to the side of it, and I fucking lied down and took a nap. And then this kid that I have in my gym class, he comes up to me, because he walks down the same way, and he sees me, and he comes up to me, he starts kicking me, he's like, yo, dude, are you fucking okay? And I wake up immediately, and I'm just like, oh, I must have passed out, stand up and start walking again, like nothing happened. And this kid's just dying laughing. It was fucking hilarious. Anyway, I got home pretty fine, because I don't remember the walk home. I went to sleep. My cousin, right, he comes home. He's way older than me. He comes home, and he's fucking shaking the shit out of me, because I have to do chores and shit. He's like, yeah, you should do your chores. I'm like, yeah, I should do that. And I go right back to sleep, and I don't wake up again until 2 in the fucking morning, right? And that's basically my side of the story, right? Now, cut to the kid that did it with me. Now, after we split up and we went to his class, this kid, he became a fucking bar-tard. You know how reckless people get on Xanax? And this kid got really fucking reckless. This kid, he rips his math test in half and starts cussing out his math teacher. Then he sits down and immediately falls asleep. Then falls out of his chair, like, fully, and 2 other kids had to pick him up and put him back in his chair. And he just sat there and slept until the class was over. Then he got up and he went home, right? He goes home, he opens his front door, his mom is standing right there looking at him, greeting him like, yeah, hey, how's it going, son, how was your day at school? And he just fucking face plants right in front of his mom. He just face plants and he's done. They had to, like, pick him up and bring him back to his bed. And he just slept there forever, and they, like, drug tested him and caught him and all that shit. And I didn't know he got caught, so I was, like, texting him about it at, like, 2 in the fucking morning, talking about how, we got super fucked. And then his mom was, like, hovering over him the next morning, telling him what to text me. And it was just fucking really whack. He got caught, and it sucks. But, we're still going strong. If you guys want me to make this a series, I can go back. This will be, like, later in the series, because the start of this series will be way further back in time. But, if you want this to be a series, you guys go ahead. I'ma head out. Hit up all my social medias, my Twitter, my Beat channel, all that. And without any further ado, have a good one. Stay lifted, boys. Peace out.